Hey everybody, how you doing? Looks like I'm 2 minutes late trying to get kids into bed and all that stuff. You may hear uh, lots of nightmare and panic in the background because not all of them are in the bed yet. Hooey! And we had Cub Scouts tonight. Had fun at that going long. But hey, what is today? It's Tuesday. I said it last time, and I think the time before that I was going to try to do lives every other week. I always enjoy it and have a good time hanging out with you guys. So happy Tuesday. I just grabbed a Yoo-hoo from the fridge. So, yes, Indigo Geyer says Pinewood Derby. We're definitely going to do that, and we're going to win. But who all's in here? Everybody's in here. Cody, Chazzy, David Nichols, Uke is here, Richard, Jeff, Chris, Half Mile's here, Charles is here, Randall's here, Mark P's in here, Ramsey says howdy. Appreciate y'all jumping in. Austin says, what's up? What's up, Austin? Hope you're having a good day. T-Bone's in here. T-Bone's an OG. T-Bone's been watching the videos for like 3 years. I appreciate you big time. David Kerr's in here. Mark P's in here. Almost hunting season. So we can kick it off with that, and then we'll get to talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. So here in Tennessee, it's my favorite season of the year, and it's finally here. That's deer season. And it starts this coming Saturday, September 24th. I'm going to be busy that day, so I can't go out hunting. But Monday, I think I might be out there in the woods trying to smoke a deer. And I'm going to have my cameras. So super, super excited. Y'all, if y'all are going hunting, send me your pictures. I'll love to see it. And I'll try to get some of them posted. Absolutely love it. Deer season is the best time of the year. My wife would tell you Christmas, but Christmas is in deer season, so that counts. Uke says you can't hear me. Really? You got to be able to hear me. Chasing Outdoors is here. Man, y'all are blowing up the chat. I'm already way behind. Y'all know I'm in a bad habit of getting too far behind. T-Bone says, always, no problem. I appreciate you big time. Did somebody say Smash Time was in here? There's Smash Time. I told you, man, we were down in Houston, unblocked Smash Time. He's the second person I ever unblocked. Maybe the third. I don't know. Anyways, how you doing, Smash Time? Hope you're doing good. I bet it's even hotter there in Texas than it is here. Today was like the last hot day of the year, I think. It was like 90 degrees and super humid. I filmed all day today, and it was super, super hot. Tracy says, can you get somebody with the 338 Lapua Ruger to compare your 338? I don't know another single person that has a 338. Randall says it's going to cool down. Randall's my buddy that lives near here. Yeah, the highs are in the 70s next week. Next week ought to be a good kickoff to hunting season. It should be good. PG, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight. When is your next hunting trip and when are you hunting? So I already told you deer season here starts Saturday for bow only. Somebody just hit me up on Instagram. Jonathan West says, come on down to Florida and do some hog hunting. I would love that. And my trail camera is blown up, just updated. But then deer season starts here this weekend. So stay tuned if you want to see some deer hunting videos. I can almost guarantee we'll have a whitetail hunting video out next week. I can almost guarantee it. It might not work out like I planned it, but I can almost guarantee it. So stay tuned for that. Then I've got a hunting trip coming up soon. I got a couple hunting trips coming up soon. But we talked about it before, but I am going to get a buffalo or American bison coming up soon. Man, y'all blowing up my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go check it out. That actually helps us out a lot, believe it or not. Um, then I drew a tag for Colorado for antelope. I put up a poll on the YouTube channel. What should I take the antelope with? 6.5 Creedmoor or 25-06? Last I checked about an hour ago, almost 4,000 people had voted already, and it was 60% for 25-06. So if you want to see the antelope hunt with the 6.5 Creedmoor, go over to the page and vote for 6.5 Creedmoor, because it looks like right now, 2,000 some people have voted for 25-06, and 1,500 or whatever have voted 6.5 Creedmoor. So go check out that poll. I got to know what y'all want to do. Last time we talked about what should I take after the buffalo, and I kind of hinted that I might take the 35 Whelen, and a bunch of you guys said that that's what you want to see. There's something in the works, a new something that I might take. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards picking another cartridge over the 35 Whelen, but we'll see what happens. Y'all will see it all in the footage when I go on the buffalo hunting trip, when I go on the antelope hunting trip, and then I'm also deer hunting real soon in Montana. So that will all be on film too. So if you like the hunting videos, stay tuned. We're whitetail hunting next week. Then real soon we got Montana deer, buffalo, and antelope, all videos coming real soon. And I'm going to find as many whitetail as I can. So stay tuned for all that. But PG, I appreciate you jumping in. What else you guys talking about in the chat? Y'all are going crazy in there. There's old Smash Time with the super chat. Oh, man. Smash Time, he has a channel, by the way. If y'all aren't following him, go check out Smash Time and tell him I said, hey. But he says, how much does it cost to process a large deer in Tennessee? So it really depends on what you do. It's honestly quite a ripoff here now. It used to be, when I started deer hunting 10 years ago, you could pay the butcher guy $70, some $75, and he would do the whole deer. He'd cut it up into the steaks, burgers, tenderloin, back straps, and however much you wanted in burgers and maybe a couple sausages or two, it'd be $75. That was 10 years ago. Now it's over $100. So I had one whitetail processed last year, and the bill was about $250. But the more you have done to the meat, the more they charge you. So I had to make Slim Jims and summer sausage and burger and stuff like that, and it cost $250, which in my opinion, that was a ripoff. 10 years ago, they do most of that for $70. Now, if you just want them to cut it up into steaks and don't do anything, all the ones around here still charge you like $125, which is an absolute ripoff. For $125, you can get one of those processor air suction machines for less than $125. Watch a YouTube video and figure out how to do it yourself. That's kind of what I did a while back. If I take a deer to the butcher now, it's just a donated. So we had a donation. A lot of the butchers around here, you can donate. There's a program with the state where they take the meat to homeless kitchens and stuff like that. Last year we donated 5 whitetail. My mom wanted some meat, so we had the one deer processed, but it was $250. I mean, think about how much beef you could get for $250. That'd be quite a bit. But hey, it is what it is. Everything's expensive these days, isn't it? What else you guys talking about here? Chris says buffalo bison is good eating. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out how that's all going to work out. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. But if I have to ship a whole buffalo back, a buffalo meat, I mean, that would probably be worth it, spending the shipping to have the buffalo brought back. I'm going to have to empty my freezer. Yeah, Chewy, I just saw it on there. I'd love to go hog hunting. That'd be an absolute blast. Scotty says, I'm ready for that 30-point buck. Are you referring to that song? There's a song called 30 Point Buck on YouTube. I don't know if you heard it. It's supposed to be like a comedy song. Alray, you mean you shot one yesterday? If you shot one, send me the picture. I want to see that. Mr. Smith says 6.8 Western. So on paper in the ballistics, I want to love 6.8 Western, but the one that I have is an absolute lemon. It doesn't group for anything. I've probably done 5 videos trying to get it to group and doing different things, different rings, different scopes, all kind of stuff, cleaning it. And my 6.8 Western just does not group. I kind of want to get rid of it and get a different one. I think we might do one more try with it, but I've probably spent $1,000 in ammo on 6.8 Western, and the thing is just a lemon. It won't group worth anything. Albert A says, I thought 7mm mag was good for antelope. So I was talking to one of my buddies who's going on that trip with me, and I told him about 6mm, 6.5 Creedmoor, and then 25-06. And then I also said, my 7mm mag is an absolute beast, and it is a laser, and I cannot miss with that thing. The people we're going out there with said that for the antelope, bring something that you're confident with out to 400 yards. So my 7mm mag, I actually have a video coming out on this, believe it or not, in the next day or two, talking about 7mm mag and 300 Win mag and comparing them. My 7mm mag only drops 24 inches or so at 400 yards. So that's not bad at all. So that's also an option. But I mean, y'all let me know if everybody votes 7mm mag, then that'd be what I have to take. Honda Rider says 257 Weatherby. Can't wait. I have found some Vanguards for $700-800, but I also wanted to have a threaded barrel. So I'm kind of holding out to find a really good deal on a 257 Weatherby with a threaded barrel. But yeah, I mean, I've been buying ammo. I'm ready to go on the 257. I just got to find one. A bunch of y'all now are saying 6.8 Western, 6.8 Western. Dale says 6.5 PRC is my favorite. I really like 6.5 PRC. I've only tried it one time. That's the only time I have made a shot at 1 mile, 1,700 some yards. What is it, 1,760? My buddy Alabama Arsenal had his 6.5 Creedmoor out, and he said, hey, man, it's already dialed for the mile. Just squeeze the trigger off. And I did one time. Doom! First try ever at a mile, and I was like, I'm good. That was the only time I've tried 6.5 Creedmoor, was getting a hit first try at a mile. Though I need to get one. I gotta have videos on everything, including 6.5 PRC. I've started to get the 300 PRC ammo. I've been buying it up when I see it. That's another one I need. 50 ought to take a Buffalo. I have thought about that, believe it or not. Heimdall says, what's the biggest thing you're going to take this year with the big bore air rifle? Whitetail. So I'm going to do my best to film a whitetail hunt with a big bore air rifle. Probably that one right here. That one. What else are you guys talking about? Man, the chat is flying tonight. Somebody said, do I have a... DK said, I can't find it, but said, do you have a 458 SOCOM? There it is. No. I do have quite a few videos on 458 SOCOM from borrowing some, but I don't personally own one, no. But I have a bunch of videos. If you type in Whoteewho 458 SOCOM, it'll be in there. What else you guys talking about? Freedom says 50 Beowulf is one of the most fun ones I ever shot. Yep. That's another one I haven't filmed yet. 50 Beowulf. Somebody said somebody needs a timeout. I didn't see that. What else you guys talking about? Dave Drake says, do your own processing. Yep. It is cheaper, but everything takes time, too. Everything takes time. We got so much meat. Probably every whitetail we get this year will donate. There's Randall. Randall says 175 there. So yeah, maybe my guy's cheaper than your guy. What else you guys talking about? Man, the chat is going by so fast. Jeffrey Bean, 2506 for antelope. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate you big time. Last time I checked the chat, that's what vote was winning for the antelope was 2506. Anthony says deer openers in 3.5 weeks. Ours is this Saturday. Man, I'm way behind in the chat again. Bodie with the super chat. I appreciate that big time. Says love the videos. Keep it up. Nutty, come on, man. Do you have any of the 243 core lock tipped? Man, I got like 5 videos on that stuff. Yeah, we got some. And we shot 2 deer on film with that stuff last year. Yeah, we got the 243 core lock tipped. And a bunch of videos on it, even smoking some deers. Andy, I see you on the message in my phone there. What else you guys talking about? But Bodie, appreciate the super chat. New videos every single day. A lot of people don't realize that. Either if you don't have the notifications turned on, hey, hit that notification thing and it'll remind you. But 8 o'clock every night. I don't think I've missed a night in over 2 years. Don't plan on missing any. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, especially y'all that comment on the videos and tune in to the chats every night. I have a hoot. Here's a fantastic question. Whoteewho, how often do you clean your guns? So this is the honest answer. I don't. Literally, I don't. Now, if a buddy of mine lets me borrow something, I'll have that sucker cleaned up better than looking brand new, oiled, and everything. But me, if it's mine, I don't have time for that. I already don't sleep. I do all my own filming, all my own editing. Every single night this week, I went to bed past 2 o'clock. I'm literally a walking zombie. But if I clean guns, then that would have to take the place of my sleeping. So I clean them when they quit working. That's about it. I know some of you guys are crazy. You put one round through it and then you got to take it apart and clean it spick and span. That's not how I roll. You know, if that's how what floats your boat, have at it. Smash Time says, can I just use 308 for a deer? What ammo for a Remington 700? 308 is fantastic for deer. I've got a 308 deer hunt video. It took a huge deer with 308 on film. That's up on the channel. Ammo, good ammo to start with. Y'all know I'm a Remington fan. Remington core locked. Remington core lock tipped is their new stuff. That'll smoke all the deers you ever need and then some. Remington's good stuff. Deadliest mushroom in the woods. But yeah, 308 is fantastic for deer. 308, it might be the most popular deer hunting cartridge. If it's not number one, it's real close. Super, super popular. Have you thought about 270 for your antelope hunt? No, it would do it, and it would be perfectly fine, but I hadn't thought about it. What else you guys talking about? Making jerky, yeah. I did have that guy make us some jerky last year with that one deer we had do. What are the rules for air rifles in your state? I just looked this up again the other day to make sure I was right. So every state's got their own rules. Last I checked, 26 states you could now whitetail hunt with air rifles. In my state of Tennessee, you have to use a 30 caliber or bigger. So no 25 cal, no 28. As long as it's a 30 caliber air rifle, you can take a deer with it. Or if it's an air rifle that shoots an arrow, you can use that. But you can't use that during bow season or archery season. You can only use the arrow flinging air rifles during rifle season, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, there's crossbows now that are the same thing, so why can't I use the air rifle that shoots an arrow? I don't know, but that's just how they made the laws. So Richard says, are you doing any hunting with the 338 Magnum? Maybe. So one of my goals is to have an animal down with every single cartridge on film, and I've already done that one. I've got a Psycha deer with 338 Win Mag, and then a hog filmed with 338 Win Mag. So since I've already filmed those, they kind of get sent a little bit lower down on the list. But that's my goal, to take a deer or some kind of big game with every single cartridge. So if you type in 30-06 versus deer, I got a video on it. You know what I'm saying? Last year we filmed deer hunts with 243. What else? 6mm Creedmoor, 30-06 crossbows. I want to say that was it. My son took like 3 or 4 deer with 243. Carlos says, what kind of scope can be placed on a Colt Python? From the factory, I don't think there is a way to mount it. Now, you could have your gunsmith, drill and tap it so you could put a pick rail or something. And if you did that, then you could put anything on it. But straight from the factory, I don't think you can put anything on it. You'd have to have somebody mess with it. Rick says 300 Win Mag ammo test. So this is my my notes right here. The next stuff that I'm going to film. So right here, I'm going to hide a bunch of this because that's my ideas coming up. 300 Win Mag, get it fixed. So reason I haven't done any 300 Win Mag recently is last time I had it out, it was shooting like 3-foot groups. Y'all hold on a second. I got to fix something. I can ramble on while I'm doing this. But last time I had my 300 Win Mag out, it was literally shooting 3-foot groups. So I kind of put it away. And to tell you the truth, I had a company tell me that they were going to send me out a 300 Win Mag. So in my head, I was like, well, I'll just kind of get rid of mine or whatever. And I'm not worried about it. If grouping terrible, I've got a company sending me one. Phooey on that 300 Win Mag. Well, now we're 7-8 months down the road since they said that. And I still don't have that 300 Win Mag. They said they let me borrow it. Possibly maybe keep it or at least buy it at a discount. And we're way down the road and that hadn't happened. So I had it on my notes for this week. Actually, that'll be next week. To fix my 300 Win Mag, take it apart, see what's wrong with it, redo everything, and get it back out. So that's in my plans in the next 2 weeks is to be filming some more 300 Win Mag. It's been too long since I had it out. Uke says, Whoteewho, you never talk food. You must have started watching within the past 6 months then, because all during hunting season last year, we did food videos. I've got duck cooking videos. I've got deer cooking videos. I got deer roast videos. I got deer burger videos. I got a bunch of videos on food, but I only do that stuff during hunting season. So we're about to start hunting season. So I'm going to have some food videos. But yeah, it'll be good. We do everything. Burgers, steaks, back straps, tenderloins, all that stuff. I like burgers, I mean, it's pretty good stuff. Nutty says, get a deer with a Taurus 66. That would be possible. Hey, there's my buddy, regular gun guy. He's got a channel too. Y'all go subscribe to him. He's a good dude. 4570 daily carry ammo, solid copper or side points. I would not daily carry it. It's too much risk involved. If you're daily carrying it, and you're in Montana in the middle of the woods, then I would do solid coppers. But just for around town, I wouldn't carry that. No way, Jose. What else you guys talking about? 300 Win Mag ammo test. We just talked about that. What time is it? Man, I'm already like 8 minutes behind in the chat. Sunfish says propane and propane accessories. If you guys haven't looked at the comments on the videos, literally every single video, I get about 100 comments of people say that I sound like Hank Hill. I've listened to clips of myself and clips of Hank Hill, and I hear it. I see what people are talking about. RL Grizzle says 300 blackout on the whitetail. That's one of the ones I'm going to try to film this year for sure. That one's way up on the list is what I'm trying to say. So you should see that here pretty soon. Gerald says, yeah, 300 Win Mag stuff. Stay tuned, Gerald. John Doe says, love your videos, dude. Thanks. I appreciate you watching, John Doe. John Doe, whether that's your real name or not, I'm assuming not. I don't know. I see you in the comments all the time, and I appreciate it. What else you guys talking about? Outdoors said it found a few boxes of 257 Weatherby. Yeah, anytime I see it, I buy it because it is kind of hard to find, at least around here. Probably some places it's not. Dale says, voted 25-6 for the pronghorn hunt too. It is fast and really flat shooting. It should be really nice for hunting pronghorn. That may is a good possibility. That's what I'm taking. It's a good possibility. Darren says, are you up for another one chip challenge? No. So if you haven't seen that, I did a one chip challenge out at the range where that's where you eat that real spicy, crazy, spicy chip. And then I hit a bunch of targets. That video's up on the channel if you want to watch that silliness. But no, you would have to pay me at least $1,000 to do that again. That was absolutely miserable. That's one of the most miserable times in my life. I like spicy food, but that's just literally miserable. What else you guys talking about? Robert V says, we love you, Whoteewho. I appreciate that big time. I appreciate you tuning in. Robert's in all the videos in the chat and in the comments. I appreciate you big time. Jay Bradley says, how do you balance being a dad and doing the channel? I really don't miss everything. Largely in part because I do a lot of work in the middle of the night. While everybody's asleep, I just work. Yeah. Got to do what you got to do. Always says, how does your shoulder feel? Normally pretty good. The only time my shoulder gets messed up is when I take out the 500 Jeffrey, which we haven't had out in a while. Quite honestly, the videos didn't do that well on the 500 Jeffrey, so I kind of put it away for a while. That's the second most expensive gun I've ever bought, and I thought that it was going to get a ton of views. Filmed 3 or 4 videos on it, and a bunch of the videos flopped. So I kind of said, that was kind of a bummer. 500 Jeffrey, that's my elephant rifle. I could take the Buffalo with that. That's definitely a possibility, but because the previous videos kind of flopped, I kind of don't even feel like getting the 500 Jeffrey out anymore. But if you know me, I don't really get rid of stuff, so never know when you might need a 500 Jeffrey. Elephant gets out of the zoo or something, call me up. Call your boy. Aubrey, I appreciate the super chat. Aubrey says, take your boys hunting. That is definitely going to happen. I can guarantee. I can't 100% guarantee, but I can almost guarantee those videos will happen. Last year, my one son, he got 5 animals on camera dropped. My other son, 1, but he's not as interested in it. So that can almost guarantee that's going to happen, but I appreciate the super chat big time. Aubrey's another one in the comments and in the chat all the time. Does Hootie reload? Yes. Not on a grand massive scale. I did some videos on it, maybe 3 months ago. And I've been doing it, in 6mm Creedmoor. But to be quite honest here lately, I went to buy up a bunch of supplies, and the primers and the powder And the brass was going to cost me more than just buying the factory ammo. So here lately, I've been just buying factory loaded ammo off the shelf because the supplies cost me more money to reload my own. But I did buy dies for 300 rum, 300 Remington Ultramag. And I took those to my buddy who reloads. And we got to make a bunch of custom 300 rum loads. That's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. 300 rum, that's another one I need to get out real soon. Real soon. I got to get the barrel threaded on that thing. What else you guys talking about? I got to catch up. Half Mile says, Hootie did some duck cooking. Yep. I got to catch up. That duck was good. I'm going duck hunting again this year, too. I forgot about that. Yeah. We'll do some more cooking for sure. Excuse me. Don't mean to yawn. Clint says, can't wait till you do a Ruger American Bolt Action 300 Blackout. I called my buddy at the gun warehouse the other day and said, hey, man, I need a Ruger American and 300 Blackout. We just filmed the Savage Axis. He went and looked, and I said, if you got one, I'm going to buy it. He went and looked back on the shelves, and they had one, but for whatever reason, it was missing the bolt. So I'm trying to get one. Should have one soon. I got to have one of every Ruger American, you know. Wolf says, Hootie, have you tried out a Hatfield pump shotgun in any videos? No, but I do have the Hatfield semi-auto. They call the SAS. Cost me $200. Haven't had a single problem out of it. I've sent more shells out of that semi-auto than I probably have any semi-auto that I own. Have good luck with their semi-auto. I also had their single shot. Going off those two, I would assume the pump would be pretty good, but no, I've never done it. Bradosha Holmes says, did you ever get some subsonics for the 7.62x39? I have some right there, but they're the, what are they called? It's those Russian brown bears or whatever. And I think when we tested them, they weren't actually subsonic. They were a little too fast and still cracking. I actually had a company say about a month ago they were going to send me some subsonics in 7.62x39, but I never got them. They must not have shipped them. But that will be one that's 7.62x39 suppressed is really cool. Super, super cool. John Canal says, gonna do some hunting with your husher this year? Absolutely. Yes. 100%. Scotty says 3030 is the all-around whitetail deer slayer, number one on the list. Man, I'm yawning a bunch tonight. Rick says 22 Nosler. That's one that I have not checked out yet. I need to. My real fake name says, have you heard anything about elk being reintroduced to parts of Kentucky and or Tennessee? Yes. They did that 10, 15, 20 years ago, actually. Here in Tennessee, they give out 15 tags a year for elk. I apply, and I've never got it. But 15 people get an elk tag in Tennessee every year. I think they introduced them. I don't remember the year, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Randall says 22 long rifle will take a deer. Yes, it will, but it's illegal here where I live. It's illegal a lot of places. So don't try it. Unless it's legal. What else you guys talking about? Tim says Sabo slug for deer. I've taken a lot of deer with Sabo slugs. Man, I'm really young tonight. Where I used to do all my hunting was public land here in Tennessee, and a zone that was muzzleloader and shotgun only. So I've taken a ton of deer. This before I started filming, I've taken a ton of deer with slugs and muzzleloaders. like a ton, a whole ton. And if you like Sabo slugs, check it out. I've got a bunch of videos on Sabo slugs for deer in 12 gauge, talking about the drop, and I've even got a slug BDC reticle on my 12 gauge, believe it or not, with the BDC drop slots in the reticle. It's pretty cool, and it works. Outdoors says, I live in North Dakota and we hunt pronghorn with 22-250. So that was on my list, believe it or not. I love my 22-250. I had it out today. But where I drew my tag is in Colorado. In Colorado, you can't hunt big game with 22-250. The law there is, or the regulation, I shouldn't call it a law. You have to have at least a 24 caliber or 6mm. So they won't let you hunt them out there with 22-250. Mr. Big Kid's in here. Howdy, Mr. Big Kid. Hope you're doing good. I'll see you soon. Looking forward to it. What else you guys talking about? Service says the little 10 gauge works the shoulder pretty good. I need a 10 gauge. Full Auto 88 says coolest dude on YouTube. I appreciate that big time. That really, really means a lot. I work crazy hard on this stuff. I appreciate that. That really means a lot, and I appreciate the super chat. Tim says 35 willing for Buffalo. Right now, that is probably what's happening. It may change, but right now that's kind of what I'm leaning on. Ronan says 500 Jeffrey on the Buffalo. I'd like to do it, but like I said, those videos kind of all flop, so I kind of don't want to do it. But y'all need to let me know video ideas for the 500 Jeffrey. We need to come up with some good ideas. Rufus knows. Rufus said I did the one chip challenge and will never do it again. I'm telling you. I did it for the views, get the views, and then I'm pretty sure that video flopped. That was a terrible decision to do that. Richard says, guns are like motorcycles. You always regret selling them. Yep, I believe that. Scooter says, didn't you say you were going to get an 8.6 blackout? So every day I have about 20, 30 people message me and say, you need to film 8.6 blackout. I looked them up. They're way too expensive for me. They're like $2,500. I would get the bolt action. I think that's cooler than a semi. But they're too expensive. But I did have a friend of mine reach out to me and said he's got a couple, and for me to come down and film his. So I'm going to do that. I got a really busy schedule the next couple of weeks, but I'm definitely trying to do that. I'll film it soon. Probably not going to buy one, though. Just simple fact that they're very expensive. Contrary to popular belief, I'm pretty broke. Oh, man. Medic's in here. How you doing, Medic? Hope you're doing all right. Mr. Big Kid says, finally found some 4570 for next weekend. That stuff is unobtainium. Well, you didn't ever call me. I got a 4570. You didn't ever call me, man. Come on now. And if the stuff you got isn't Remington, then it's trash, and we need to get you some Remington anyways. Kind of joking, kind of not. Chazzy says, got to move from New York to Tennessee. Mike Griffin says, have you ever played around with any semi-mag-fed bullpup shotguns? Yes, I have one. I'd show it to you, but we're not allowed to touch them on the live. Mine is a Radical NK-1. I've done a bunch of videos on it. I probably got 10 videos on it, but I love it. It's sweet. Bullpup 12 gauge. Mag goes under your armpit. It's pretty cool. Makes it a whole lot shorter. Mr. Pearson says, do you shoot anything else like sporting clays? I have done a sporting clay course before. That was a whole lot of fun, and actually a lot harder than I expected. I was almost kind of embarrassed at how many I missed, but hey, I used to shoot skeet when I was in college, and that was a whole lot of fun. But sporting clays, that's a whole nother ball game. Different angles and changes it's just crazy. If you don't know what sporting clays is, look it up. It's where you run a course almost like a golf course, and they have clay machines everywhere, but every little section, or you could call it a hole if you want to talk about it like golf. The machines are different distances and different angles. So one, you might have two going away at you at hard turns. You might have one coming right at you. It's crazy. I love it. And when I was doing that, believe it or not, it started to rain, so I put my cameras away, so I didn't even get a video on it. But I had fun doing it. What else you guys talking about? I need to go squirrel hunting. We need to do some squirrel hunting videos. David Nichols, super chat for the ammo fund. I appreciate that big time. That means a lot. I missed a bunch of you guys' chats. Ronan says, never had any luck with the shotguns with sabots being accurate. Got a 450 Bushmaster upper and got it set up for catching deers. Awesome. If you catch some deers with the 450, send me the pictures. I want to see them. I've only taken one deer with my 450 Bushmaster, and it didn't go anywhere. So 450 Bushmaster is good for deer. But I have had good luck with my 12-gauge Sabo shotgun with the rifled barrel. If you haven't seen those videos, go check them out. Type in Whoteewho slug gun or something like that, and it'll pop up. Swamp Dog Armory says, we need to do a VR review collab with you sometime. Send me a message, Swamp Dog. I'm always around, and I answer all my messages. Contrary to most people, that's something that drives me absolutely up a wall. When I send somebody a message and they don't message me back. It's like, if I can answer 500 messages a day, you can answer my text or my DM, because I know you only got one or two or three and you're looking at your phone all day. That's one thing that absolutely drives me up a wall. That is my pet peeve, is people not getting back to me. If I email you, email me back. If I text you, text me back. If I call you, call me back. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, that just means you don't really think that much about me to care to answer back. Aubrey says, looking at the CZ600 Alpha in 7.62x39. So I saw those at SHOT Show in Vegas this year, and I saw those at the NRA show. And I talked to the guys. I think we talked about this last live. I talked to the CZ rep right there, the man with CZ on his shirt. He works for CZ. And I had one of those in my hand. And I said, look, I've got to get one of these. And he told me, you can't. They're all, what's the word? We talked about this last time, I'm pretty sure. They're all being recalled, is what he told me. I said, I need a CZ600. I said, I want one in every caliber. I think it's going to be the next biggest thing. I love CZ, and they're coming out with these affordable rifles and lots of different cartridges. I said, I want one of everything, and I especially want that 7.62x39. And he pretty much said, hey, I'll send you whatever so you can film it. I don't care. Real nice guy. But he said, the 600s are all being recalled, and we're not letting anybody have one. Charles says, Whoteewho, you got to do the end of the season hunting photos again. I don't know. If I can make the time, I'm going to do it. But last year, so many people emailed me. I had like 300 emails. I literally spent 2 or 3 nights with no sleep, and I only got through half of them. I probably will, but it'll probably be something like the first 50 people to respond or something. Because last year I spent so much time on it, and I felt terrible. I know I didn't get to all of them. We'll probably do something, because I enjoy seeing the pictures. Like I said, if you go hunting, 100% send me the pictures. I want to see them. I absolutely love it, and I could talk about that stuff all day. Here's Brad. Okay, Brad's got the data. Tennessee reintroduced elk to Tennessee in 2000. To date, 201 elk have been released in Tennessee. There you go. I do know for a fact they give out 15 tags a year. And I've never drawn one. That would be cool if I did. What else you guys talking about? What's your favorite state to hunt in for deer? So I don't really have the best answer for that because I haven't hunted in every state. But from my experience of the places that I've hunted, my answer for that is Montana. I love Montana, and we're going to get some Montana footage this year. I'm going to be in Montana. We're going to be deer hunting. I'm taking the cameras, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait. What else you guys talking about? Mr. says, when you hang out with Remington folks, ask them if they made any changes to the formula. No. I'm not saying no. I'm not going to ask them. I've already taken the tour. I've been down there. I literally met the people in the little testing room with all the equations on the wall and the powders and all that. They are constantly testing the loads. They test a certain percentage of every batch that comes off the line. Every day they're testing stuff. They have bays in there where they're constantly testing ammo and taking down data. But I can tell you right now, and I've got videos of that. They let us film in there. They said, no problem, film. We don't care. We're not hiding anything. But they're using the same machines for some of the stuff that they were 30, 40 years ago, So, but did they just change the recipe because Vista bought them? No. A lot of the employees are the same employees from 20 years ago. A lot of the machines are the same machines from 20 years ago. As far as I know, a lot of it, they're still using the same recipes. I'm sure they update stuff here and there and different powders and blah, blah, blah. But generally speaking, the Core Lock Classic is the Core Lock Classic. What else you guys talking about? I'm flying through there's Big E. Hey, Big E, how you doing? Review this thing's in here. Hey, late to the party. Swamp Dog, I'll be looking for your message. Email me, message me on Facebook, Instagram, all of it. I will hit you back, guarantee it. Don't leave Whoteewho on red. Yes. I could name drop so many YouTubers that I've messaged, people that you know, and asked them questions, send them a message, hey, how you doing, blah, blah. Nobody answers me back. I have the biggest chip on my shoulder about YouTubers. Jesus says love everybody, but I'm here to tell you, most of the gun YouTubers are just full of garbage and you don't want to talk to them because they won't answer my messages. And I just think that's trashy. Anyways, I'm going to quit talking about that. Y'all going to get me started on there. AAF says, how do you put out the amount of content you do? Respect. I'm just crazy and I don't sleep. But the quite honest truth is, this is my full-time job. So if I don't, then I can't pay my bills. So my motivation is I got to pay my mortgage. I got to pay the water. I got to pay electricity. So I got to do a whole bunch of work. That's literally it. If I don't make that many videos, I can't pay my bills. It's as simple as that. You got to be kind of crazy to do it, but maybe I'm a little crazy. Half Mile says, some of y'all know me in person, and you might think I'm crazy. Half Mile says, I don't know how he does it. I have a hard time doing one every 4 or 5 days. Review says, preach Half Mile. I think he pretty much doesn't sleep. That is a fact. I don't sleep that much because I'm working. It also costs a fortune. Like, I don't ever talk about it because I don't think that's the right thing to do, talk about it. It literally costs a fortune. We spend so much money on ammo and everything else we got to do. But hey, that's what I do, and I love it. JHC says, I need to sight in at 270. Where do you zero? 100 yards? I do. I zero everything at 100 yards. If you're taking it hunting at 400 or 500 yards, you might want to sight it in at 200. But me, I sighted everything at 100, and then I make a dope card, and I know what the dials and the drops are. But that's just the way I like to do it. If you haven't seen it, I did a video on something about long range shooting for dummies or something like that. Long range shooting for beginners. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it already. Yuhara, Bob Wipey says, I can't sleep without my nightly Whoteewho fix. I appreciate you watching big time. I appreciate you. CL says, does Tennessee have moose? No. I don't think there's a moose within 1,000 miles of Tennessee. Could be wrong. Maybe in a zoo somewhere. What else you guys talking about? Aubrey says there's 2 CZ600s in 6.5 Creedmoor. That is awesome. That makes me happy. I'm going to have to call those CZ people. I'm not even kidding. I got business cards in my desk right here full of all these jokers. Have you done any hunting in Louisiana? Nope. I do have family down there, though. I'm in Louisiana normally like twice a year. But it's not normally during deer season. Hey, you got a spot or know of a spot? Let me know. We'll make a run down there. That'd be cool. CL says Maine has big whitetails. I believe it. I've never been to Maine, but it's supposed to be cold up there. Swamp Dog says, what do you think of 300 blackout for deer? I'm going to try to film it. I said that a little bit ago. I'm going to try to film a 300 blackout whitetail video. That might be the first one I take out, to tell you the truth. But we'll see what happens. Paul says, try the Howie mini action. I have one. I've done a bunch of videos on mine. I've got a... Wait, no. I'm kidding. I take it back. My Howie mini action's in 350 Legend. My bad. I take that back. But I have that, but in 350 Legend, and I love it. What else you guys talking about? Scott, have a good night. Appreciate you tuning in. Gort says, you used to love going for whitetails in northern PA. I've never been to Pennsylvania. Rufus says, better luck during day or night for coyote. So, I can't tell you. Because in Tennessee, where I live, it's illegal to hunt at night for coyotes even. So, I've never done it at night. I've taken some in the daytime. Now, I have trapped them. And 100% of the coyotes that I have trapped, I trapped them at night. So they're moving at night. So is that an indicator that they're moving more at night? I can't tell you. I'm not the expert. But I've taken a bunch in the daytime. At nighttime, I have trapped a bunch. Preston says, are your videos at Remington posted on YouTube? Yes. How do I share my screen? I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, just type in Whoteewho Remington or Whoteewho Remington Tour, and it'll pop up. I think when I was there, I filmed about 10 videos. That's not a joke. I think I filmed about 10 videos there. Mark Dons, how many Ruger Americans do you have? Law. Not enough. Off the top of my head, probably 7 or 8. Boom, boom, boom. Kinjin hit the nail on the head. Kinjin says, I have said this a bunch. The vast number of YouTubers are only selling products. That is 100% true. Now, some of these gun guys, they're millionaires. They have beach houses. Good for them. But I can tell you 5 people that are very, very wealthy gun YouTubers that get less views than I do, because every day, that's all they do. They sell stuff. Every video is go buy this, go buy that. And they're very wealthy for them, and more power to them, There's some days where I want to sit here and be like, man, I'm so jealous. These jokers are rich. But you know what? At the end of the day, business is business, and they found a way to become rich. So good for them. I've kind of built this channel trying not to be that way. We do videos, we go film stuff. Hey, we have fun. Here's what it is, though. They got beach houses and boats and monster trucks. I guess that's just capitalism. But yeah, you're right. Anytime I'm watching a video and somebody says, you need to go buy this, I change the channel. But that's just me. We try to sell stuff from time to time too, and that helps us pay the bills. But we're not over here doing it every day like most of the time it is. Anyway, we got to stop talking about that too. What else you guys talking about? Man, I'm behind. Ken, you're crazy, man. I appreciate the super chat. Ken's another one that's in the chat all the time and in all the comments. I appreciate you big time, Ken. You are crazy, man. But I really appreciate that. That really means a lot. Because while I'm thinking about it, since you guys are on the live, sneak peek of what I filmed today. So today, I try to bring stuff back that we haven't done in a while. So I sat here and thought about it. If you've been watching since the start, that's kind of what this list is right here. Stuff that we haven't done in a while. Today I filmed 22-250 with some varmint loads and with some deer hunting loads and with suppressors. So stay tuned. If you love 22-250, there's some videos coming out real soon. And then today I also filmed 450 Bushmaster, testing supersonic loads and subsonic loads, and with a suppressor. Oh, the Tony Gong, you just had a very good comment, and I love it. So we're going to do that in a second. But stay tuned. We got 450 Bushmaster coming, 22-250, 7mm mag, 300 Win Mag, all that stuff coming soon. What else? 9mm pistol carbine video coming out this week. So if any of that floats your boat, stay tuned. Ken, I appreciate you big time. That really means a lot. This is a fantastic comment, and I'm so glad that you commented this. I'm fixing to tell you. I've had it on my mind to do a video telling this for quite some time, but off the top of my head, hey, we can talk about a few. There's a couple in the chat right now, literally. Review this thing. Good people. I've met them several times. Good people. You should subscribe to their channel. That's a fact. Good people. They're not garbage. They're not trying to blow smoke on you. Good people. You should subscribe. Half Mile is in the chat every single night. He's a member of our channel. He's an administrator on our channel. That means I let him kick people off the chat and stuff because he's such a cool dude. Half Mile, same thing. He's not going to lie to you. He's not going to blow smoke on you. He is a black and white dude, a lot like me. He lives on the other side of the country. If he was here, we'd probably be hanging out all the time. He's another one. You should go subscribe. There's a couple other that aren't in the chat, but I'll tell you real quick. Alabama Arsenal. If you have not heard of Alabama Arsenal, where have you been hiding? He is an encyclopedia of knowledge, very knowledgeable. He just hit 150,000 subscribers last week or so. So he has a good amount of subscribers, but he should have a whole lot more. Very, very knowledgeable. That's Alabama Arsenal. Go check him out. Leave the chat right now and go subscribe to all these people. I'll put it in the chat. Another one I'm going to put in the chat when we're on the conversation of what's YouTubers you can trust. I'm going to put it in the chat too. The Adventure Cowboy. That's another one. Trustworthy guy. I've stayed at his house. They're good people. I know his family. Same thing. He's not going to blow smoke on your black and white guy. Real respectable, honest dude. The Adventure Cowboy. So there's 4 quick ones right there off the top of my head. review this thing: Half Mile Sniper, Alabama Arsenal, The Adventure Cowboy. There's 4 right there. I could probably tell you a couple more, but I had to think about it. I don't watch much YouTube. If I watch YouTube, it's either car stuff, hot rods, or it's hunting stuff. Because I know the whole game and we won't get into it. But yeah, it's a big game. Most people aren't worth watching. That's why it really means a lot that you guys take time to hang out with me. Yeah, I really, really appreciate it. It really means a lot. And that's why I film so many videos, because I got to do it to make the money, because I'm not out here trying to lie to a bunch of people. Anyways, Whoteewho, what do you do with all those Rugers? I film videos with them, and we chase deers with them. Big A Armory says favorite 2 channels are Whoteewho and Honest Outlaw. I appreciate that big time. I used to watch some of his videos, but he cusses all the time. And I'm just not trying to watch videos that have cussing in them. Last one I watched, I had to turn it off. It was F this and F that. I'm just not trying to listen to it. If I wouldn't let my kids listen to it, I don't listen to it. That's just kind of how I do things. Do 350 Legend barrels last longer? So I don't have a good answer for that. I've never read any data on anyone burning out a 350 Legend barrel. Now you got me curious. I'm going to try to look that up. Somebody probably has some data somewhere. But most people, 99% of people, will never shoot out their barrel. The only people that shoot out their barrels are competition shooters who spend a fortune on ammo. But the regular dude like you and me will never shoot out a barrel. All my stuff, the one with the most through it is probably an AR with probably more than 400 or 500, maybe 1,000 rounds. But the bolt action stuff, the deer hunting stuff, I mean, normal people like you and me don't put 500 rounds through those because, well, now the ammo costs a fortune and we can't afford to put the ammo in them. But 2, I mean, kind of once you sight it in, it's ready to go for deer season. You don't really need to shoot in anymore. You know what I mean? That's just kind of what those are for. Unless you're making YouTube videos, you know. But even I don't send a whole bunch. There you go. AJ says he was watching Alabama Arsenal earlier. Go over there and tell him I said hey. But all those people I told you about, those 4 people, they're people that have my cell phone number. They can call me anytime. Speaking of which, Half Mile, if you're still on here, I think I just saw you. Text me. I tried to call you last week, and apparently I don't have your number saved in my phone. So if you still got my number, I hope you do. It's probably been 2 or 3 months since I talked to you on the phone. But text me your number so I can save it, Half Mile. Frank says Ron Spomer. I watched Ron Spomer videos. Yep. He's a good dude. We had him on the show a while back, and he had us on his show. That was really cool. What else are you guys talking about? Luke says he likes Ron Spomer too. Tom River. I'm going to look that one up. I never heard of that one. Brad says it takes 100,000 rounds to burn out a barrel. The exception is anything going over 4,000 feet per second. There you go. Brad giving us more info today. Half Mile said he was going to bed. He needs to go to bed. James Bell says, long live Cletus. Yes, Cletus McFarland, if you know what we're talking about. I love it. Spirit says, sounds cliche, but I'm a big fan. I hope you're watching. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. I appreciate that big time. I really do. E-Rock says, Mark and Sam after work. I used to watch them. But I commented on one of their videos and they sent me a really rude message. Maybe they were just having a bad day, but they sent me that rude message and I unsubscribed and I haven't watched their channel in probably 2 years. I should probably subscribe. Everybody has a bad day. But hey, I appreciate you guys big time. I really appreciate big time. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm super excited about the stuff we got coming out this week and next week. We're starting deer season, but I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I love doing lives. I got to jump off here because I got to go edit videos all night, and I'm gonna love it. But working on tons of new stuff. There's some secret stuff that I'm super excited about that we're gonna be bringing to you, that nobody else is doing. That it's a really big deal coming out. And then I'm super excited about the hunting stuff. But appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm going to jump off here. I will see you guys in the chat tomorrow. I think I got 2 videos coming out tomorrow. Appreciate y'all big time. It truly means a lot, y'all hanging out with goofy old me, just talking about whatever we want to talk about. But appreciate y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Like I said, I think we got 2 videos coming out, and it should be a pretty good one. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Whoteewho.